morning, dear students. Today we shall derive the element stiffness matrix for beam element. Element stiffness matrix for beam element. Element stiffness matrix for beam element results from element strain energy. Okay. In last class, we have derived the Hermite-Shave functions. The Hermite-Shave functions are denoted by H1, H2, H3 and H4. Each Hermite-Shave function is a cubic polynomial. Each Hermite-Shave function is a cubic polynomial of variable J. Now, the beam deflection denoted by V is expressed like this in terms of J. V is a function of J which is expressed like this: H1 V1 plus H2 into dV by dJ at node 1 plus H3 V2 plus H4 dV by dJ at node 2. Why we write like this? Here, instead of V1 dash, we write dV by dJ at node 1, and instead of V2 dash, we write dV by dJ at node 2. Why we write like this? That is the question, right? If you go back and see the expression for beam deflection, V is H1 V1 plus H2 V1 dash plus H3 V2 plus H4 V2 dash. What is V1 dash? Here V1 dash is dV by dJ, because V is a function of variable J. V is a function of variable J. Now, V2 dash is dV by dJ. Right? Here, V2 dash is dV by dJ at J equal to plus 1, and here dV by dJ at J equal to minus 1. Remember? Right? Because what V1 dash represents? The slope of the beam at node 1. If you consider a beam element like this with nodes 1 and 2, at node 1 J equals to minus 1 and at node 2 J equals to plus 1. This is the reason why V1 dash is the first derivative of V with respect to J at J equal to minus 1. And V2 dash is the first derivative of V with respect to J at J equal to plus 1. Understand? They represent the slopes of the beam element at nodes 1 and 2 respectively. Right? This is the reason why we express the beam deflection V like this. Okay? H1 V1 plus H2 into dV by dJ at node 1, that is at J equal to minus 1, plus H3 V2 plus H4 into dV by dJ at J equal to plus 1, that is at node 2. Understand? At J equal to plus 1, that is at node 2. Okay? Now, using isoparametric formulation, we can define any point in the domain. How? X equal to, we write here. How we represent any point in the domain? How we write? X equal to N1 X1 plus N2 X2. Beam element is a two-noded element. with uniform cross section. A two-noded element with uniform cross section. Therefore, any point in this element is specified by the coordinate x. X we use here as the global coordinate and y we use here as the local coordinate for the beam element. Therefore, using isoparametric formulation, we can specify any point. We can specify any point in the element by its x coordinate. By its x coordinate. Therefore, x equals to n1 x1 plus n2 x2. What is n1? 1 minus j by 2. n1 is 1 minus j by 2. And what is n2? 1 plus j by 2. Therefore, you get x equals to 1 minus j by 2 into x1 plus 1 plus j by 2 into x2. Okay. Now you can rewrite this equation like this. X equals to x1 plus x2 by 2 plus x2 minus x1 by 2 into j. x2 minus x1 by 2 into j. Right? Remember here, x2 minus x1 is simply the length of the element. x2 minus x1 here represents the length of the element, LE. Understand? LE is the length of the element. And we can express here the coordinate x in terms of j. You can transform the coordinate x into j. How? We know that the expression for x. We know that the expression for j. What is j? J equals to 2 into x minus x1 by length of the element minus 1. This is the expression. We know that the expression for j equals to 2 into x minus x1 by length of the element minus 1. Hence, dj by dx equals to 2 by length of the element. 2 by length of the element. Therefore, you can write dx as equal to LE by 2 into dj. Okay. This is the reason why we can determine dV by dj. dV by dj, how you write? You can write like this. dV by dj equals to dV by dx into dx by dj. Okay? That is what I have written here. This is dV by dx into dx by dj. Understand? Now, dV by dj equals to, what is dx by dj? dx by dj is simply LE by 2. I have written here LE by 2 into dV by dx. In place of dV by dj, you can write LE by 2 into dV by dx. Okay, in place of dV by dj, here you can write LE by 2 into dV by dx. Now, that is what I have written here. Okay, V of j equals to, now, h1 into v1. I told you, if you consider a beam element with two nodes, 1 and 2. At node 1, this is the beam deflection, v1. And at the same node, v1 dash is the slope. Now, v2 is the beam deflection. And at the same node, v2 dash is the slope. Understand? Now, at the same nodes, you can also see q1 represents v1. Therefore, I have written here, in place of v1, q1, I have written q1, h1 into plus. Now, h2 into, right here, what you must write here, h2 into v1 dash. You must write here h2 into v1 dash, h2 into v1 dash. But what is v1 dash? It is dV by dj at j equal to minus 1. dV by dj at j equal to minus 1. So dV by dz equals to Le by 2 into dV by dx. Le by 2 into, I have written Le by 2 into, now H2 into Q2. H2 into Q2. I told you, when the first degree of freedom is Q1, the second degree of freedom is Q2. At same note. That is what we have written here. Le by 2 in H2 into Q2 plus H3 Q3. This is Q3. Now this is Q4. Understand? Therefore, plus Le by 2 into H4 into Q4. H4 into Q4. Okay, right. Now, how you represent the beam deflection as the product of H and Q? What is H? Where H is the Hermite shape function matrix. Where H is the Hermite shape function matrix, represented like this. It is a row matrix. What is the size of this matrix? The size of this matrix is 1 by 4. Now Q, it is the element displacement matrix. It is a column matrix having the elements Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. What is its size? 4 by 1. So this expression is represented here as the product of two matrices, shape function matrix and the element displacement vector Q. This is the shape function matrix. What are its elements? H1, next Le by 2 into H2, next H3, Le by 2 into H4. Okay, now we have defined the Hermite shape function matrix after representing the displacement V as the product of H and Q. We can introduce this into the potential energy term. The potential energy term. Understand? What is potential energy of the beam? The potential energy of the beam is the sum of strain energy and the work potential. Strain energy and the work potential. Now, strain energy of the element we take. We know that the strain energy of the element is UE equals to 1 by 2 into I into integral over the length of the beam. Integral over the length of the beam LE into d square V by dx square whole square into dx. This expression we know. This expression we know. Where x is the Cartesian coordinate, it is the global coordinate considered to define any point in the beam. We take J as the local coordinate to define any point in the element. Okay, J is the natural coordinate. Now, we want d square V by dx square first. Therefore, what I do is, firstly I determine dV by dx. dV by dx equals to, we know that 2 by length of the element into dV by dz. Okay? Now, d square V by dx square. d square V by dx square. d square V by dx square equals to d by dx of dV by dx. Right? Therefore, which equals to d by dx of, what is dV by dx? Again, okay, d square V by dx square equals to d by dx of dV by dx. What is dV by dx? It is 2 into dV by 2, it is 2 by LE into dV by dz. 2 by LE into dV by dz. Understand? Right. So therefore, this equals to d by dx of 2 by LE into dV by dz. 2 by LE comes out. 2 by LE comes out. Right? Now what I do is I write d by dx of dV by dj. How I write d by dx of dV by dj is equals to 2 by LE into d by dj of dV by dx I write. I can write like this. Therefore, 2 by LE into d by dj of, what is dV by dx again? 2 by LE into dV by dj. Therefore, you get 4 by LE square, 4 by LE square into d square V by dj square. Okay? Now, in place of d square V by dx square, I can put this 4 by LE square into d square V by dj square. Then what you get? D square V by dx square whole square, d square V by dx square whole square equals to, now 4 by LE square whole square, 16 by LE to the power of 4 into d square V by dj square. Right? Okay, now d square V by dj square we have to evaluate now. How? Let us see. D square V by dj square, d square V by dj square, which equals to, okay, now what you can write here, observe careful, d square V by dj square, yes, d square V by dx square whole square, this equals to d square V by dj square into d square V by dj square, because it is 16 by LE to the power of 4, right? d square V by dj square whole square, and d square V by dj square into d square V by dj square. Okay? Now, this equals, now what is V? V equals to h cube. The size of h is 1 by 4 and size of q is 4 by 1. Now in place of V, I can also write like this. This equals to q transpose into h transpose. What is the size of q transpose now? 1 by 4. And what is the size of h transpose? 4 by 1. Again I get 1 by 1. Therefore there is no change. Hence, I write like this, d square by dj square of V. In place of V, I write q transpose into h transpose into, now, d square V by dj square. How I write? d square by dj square of, what is V? h cube. Observe carefully here. 16 by LE to the power of 4. Okay. Now, q transpose, it comes out. It is the displacement vector. It comes out. d square by dj square of h transpose. This is h transpose. H transpose, put t here, not here, make correction. Into d square h by dj square into q. Q is constant, it lies outside. This is how we can determine d square V by dx square whole square. Right? Now you can replace this d square V by dx square by this. By this. You can replace this d square V by dx square whole square by this. When you put this in this expression, then what you get? Let us see. The element strain energy UE, the element strain energy UE I write here. Element strain energy UE Okay. Element strain energy UE. UE equals to 1 by 2 into EI into integral over the length of the element. Now, Q transpose into 16 by LE to the power of 4 into D square H transpose by D J square into D square H by D J square into Q into dx. In place of dx, what you can write? You can write in place of dx, what you can write? LE by 2 into dj. Because we know that dj by dx equals to 2 by LE. We know that dj by dx equals 2 by LE. In place of dx, you can write LE by 2 into dj. Observe this expression. This is the expression for element strain energy. Understand? Right. Now, what you have to do, you have to evaluate this first. D square by dj square of ht. D square by dj square of H transpose. This you have to evaluate. First, H transpose is a column matrix. Right? What is H? It is a Hermite shape function matrix. It is a shape function matrix. Hermite shape function matrix. H is a row matrix. H transpose is a column matrix. Right? Now, what are the elements of it? The elements of the Hermite shape function matrix are, right? First one, H1. First Hermite shape function. And second one, LE by 2 into H2. Third one, H3. Fourth one, LE by 2 into H4. H1, H2, H3 and H4 are the cubic polynomials expressed in the natural coordinate J. Therefore, what you have to do is, say here, you have to differentiate H transpose twice with respect to J. Then you get D square H transpose by dj square. Next one. Next one is D square H by dj square. D square H by dj square. Here, H is a row matrix which you have to differentiate twice with respect to J. Understand? Then you can substitute here. Right? And compare this element strain energy with the form half into Q transpose into some bracketed term into Q. This bracketed term, what is called element stiffness matrix. After determining d square by dj square of ht, d square by dj square of h, substitute in this expression, you get the element strain energy term that you compare, right? That you compare with 1 by 2 Q transpose into KE into Q. Then you get expression for KE. Then you evaluate. You get a 4 by 4 matrix. A 4 by 4 matrix. What is called? Element stiffness matrix. Element stiffness matrix. That we see now. So here, d square h by dj square is obtained like this. D square h by dj square is obtained like this. Understand?
Now, we know that dx equals LU by 2 into dz. Okay? Now, determine the element strain energy term. You get like this. Here, integral of xi square dxi as xi varies from -1 to +1, you get 2 by 3. Right? Next, integral of as xi varies from -1 to +1, xi dxi is 0. Next, integral of as xi varies from -1 to +1, dxi equals to 2. Understand this. Now here, observe carefully. Here, you have to put integral like this. Integral of, make correction. Put like this. Integral of, make correction. As xi varies from -1 to +1. This is missing. Integral of. So integral of xi square dxi as xi varies from -1 to +1 is 2 by 3. Integral of xi dxi as xi varies from -1 to +1, it is 0. Integral of as xi varies from -1 to +1 dxi, which equals to 2. Substitute. Right? Then compare, as I said, with the form 1 by 2 Q transpose into some bracketed term into Q. This bracketed term, what is called element stiffness matrix. That you see here. This is the element stiffness matrix, which is a square matrix and which is a symmetric matrix. What is E? It is Young's modulus of the beam material. What is I? Moment of inertia of beam section. What is LE? LE is the length of the beam element. LE is the length of the beam element. Right? It is a square and symmetric matrix. Okay? If the entire beam is discretized into 4 elements, for example, for each element you have to prepare an element stiffness matrix like this. Element stiffness matrix like this. Understand? Right. Thank you. Thank you very much.